Hey guys, welcome back to the magical world of bookwords. My name is Renuka and welcome back to yet another bookish video. As you must have guessed from the title and the thumbnail, this video is all about a book haul and I can't contain my excitement about talking about these books. There is an e-commerce website called as Kitaab Lovers and they had hosted a book fair in Pune on Karve Road in Harshal Hall. There was a huge collection of books. The books were not organized according to the genre, they were just kept over there, and there were so many titles that I hadn't even heard about. There were so many authors that I didn't know about, and I came to know that there is so much to be learned and so much that you still have to know. There was an ocean of books actually, and they had three boxes of three different sizes. The smallest one was for 1100, the medium one was for 1650, and the largest one was for 2750. And you can fit in as many books as you can in that box, no matter the number of the books. The prices of the books did not matter at all, and you will get all those books for that perfect price, and I think that is amazing. I just came to know about their book fair and their website, and I started following them on Instagram, and they keep on hosting such events. And I will be providing the link to their website and their Facebook page down in the description box. So if you're a book nerd, do follow them. And now, without any further ado, let's get into the video because I can't wait to talk about the books that I bought. Before we move on, the links to both my Instagram handles are down in the description box. So please follow me there and let us connect on Insta over books. Of course, the books that I have got, all the books over there, almost all the books were second-hand copies except for a few titles which were new releases or a few titles which were actually available, multiple copies were available over there. Apart from that, all the books were second-hand, but all of them were in good condition. And a few books that I have bought also have tattered cover, or there is a minor problem, but apart from that the pages aren't loose, there are not any stains, any markings on the page, so the books are in a very good condition. That's what I wanted to mention. So I'm overall very happy with my purchase. Of all the three boxes, I wanted to go for the larger one, but I decided that let's go on budget. And also I came to know that I do not have enough place to fit in all those books, so I would have to keep them in the box unless I buy another bookshelf. So I decided to go for the medium sized one, and I could fit 14 books in it, and I think that is wonderful. I mean, you can see the size of this box. I hope you can. I think this is a steal deal. The first book that I picked up is The Ballet Shoes by Noah Streatfeild. I did not know about this author or this book before I came across this book, but the name sounded quite interesting to me. Though we say that do not judge the book by its cover, the title seemed quite interesting. This is a story of three kids, Pauline, Petrova and Posey. They are orphaned and then they are adopted by their great uncle, Mr. Fossil, who's also called as Gum. He sets off on a sea voyage, leaving behind some money for those kids, but later they are accepted as charity pupils at the Children's Dance and Training Academy, and that from, I think that is where the name came from. And they decide to make this surname Fossil very famous. So that is the plot of the novel. It is a hardcover, of course. As I said, it is a second-hand copy and that can be definitely made out, but the book is in a perfect condition. There are no markings, there is no yellow pages or something, so I am overall very happy with the purchase. The next book that I picked up was a long anticipated book, and that is Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. I'm sure if you're a book nerd, if you're a book lover, you must have heard about it. Many of you must have read about it as well. This book actually is a collection of the diary entries of a 13-year-old Jewish girl. Her name is Anne Frank, who was captured by Adolf Hitler and put into the concentration camp, and she and her family were hiding for almost 2 years, 1 or 2 years in the attic. And this is the collection of her diary entries before they were captured, and this is a classic. This is widely read and I have come across so many positive reviews about this book. They say that this book actually makes you optimistic, gives you the positive vibes. Though this is about the Nazi concentration camp and the Holocaust, Anne Frank was an extremely positive girl. She was very optimistic, and they say that this book is gut-wrenching. So let us see what it has in store for me. The next purchase is 13 Minutes by Sara Pinbury. I bought this book only for two reasons. Number one, Sara Pinbury is a widely read author, and I have read and heard a lot of positive reviews about her books. And the second reason is that this is a murder mystery, and thrillers and murder mysteries are my love for life. They are my all-time favorites. The title says that I was dead for 13 minutes. Now I want to know why. And a line in the blur. I don't remember how I ended up in the icy water, but I do know this, it wasn't an accident. This line just provoked me to buy this book. That's it. I don't know anything else about this book, but I think that it will be an interesting read. It is quite thick as well, and again, this is in a perfectly good condition. The cover too is not as tattered in any manner, and the pages too, though they are a bit yellow, but they are in a perfectly good condition. The next book that I have over here is extremely famous, and I'm sure almost all the book lovers have already read it, and this is one of the most favorite books for a lot of people, and that is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I have heard so many people talking about this book, though I know that it is extremely long, extremely thick, and I have heard a lot of people saying that it is quite complicated, so this is not at all beginner friendly. And even though I love complicated murder mysteries, though they do cause a bit of an inconvenience while reading and joining the dots, I like complicated murder mysteries. They actually get you invested and they actually keep you hooked till the end. So let us see. Though the length intimidates me a bit, that is fine. Again, the only problem is the yellow pages, but otherwise it is in a perfectly good condition. My next purchase is Masiha Modi by Tafleen Singh. Sorry if I'm butchering the name of the book or the author. I do admire Mr. Modi's work. I am not talking about it in any political context. I just like his personality and the way he sees things and does them. It's just that I admire him as a person, not as a reader or a prime minister, but also as a person. But if this turns out to be negative, then it might cause a bit of a problem. Let us see, fine, it's okay. The next book that I have is Saved by Light by Daniel Brinkley. This is a real life story of a person who was struck by lightning, and he woke up, he revived after 28 minutes in the morgue, and then he had a story to tell. Being struck by lightning is as it is extremely scary, and this man revived after being struck by the lightning. He's alive and he's telling a story. My next purchase is Death of an Empire by M.K. Hume. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name of the author, but this is an extremely random purchase. I haven't heard about the name of the author, I've never heard about the name of this book, even though the wars and dynasty and such things do interest me. That is why I bought this book. The only thing that I know about this book is this revolves around the Roman Empire. Of course, this is fiction, and that's it. That's all I know about the book. Of course, this is extremely thick, and I think that this is a new copy. This is not even second hand, this is new. So I think that this is a steal deal. The MRP mentioned is $6.99, and I'm sure this is real. So this is not even a steal deal, this is even more than that. My next purchase is an Indian book, that is Ravan Putra Meghnad by Kevin Missar. Not a lot of things are known about Meghnad. Meghnad is the son of the demon king Ravan. Meghnad, Prince of Lanka. His name in itself is so fascinating. Though a lot of things are known about Ravan, not a lot of things are known about his family, be it his wife Mandodari, be it his brother Vibhishan, or be it his son Meghnad. So that is why I just randomly picked it up, but I'm sure that this is going to be quite interesting. Also, again, this is a perfectly new copy. It's not even almost new, it is absolutely new. This is, I think, I don't know how, but it is new. My next purchase is The Mark of Athna, that is the third part in the Heroes of Olympus Percy Jackson series. I have been longing to read this series since such a long time, and I haven't been able to get my hands on any of the books as of now. But as I said, this is the third part, so it does not make any sense. I cannot start reading this and buy the other books later on. I still have to buy the first and the second part, but it's okay. The next two books again are a part of a trilogy, and again I found the second and the third part in the Hunger Games series, that is Mockingjay and Catching Fire. I just know that Hunger Games is an amazing fantasy trilogy, and I have been wanting to read that, even that as well, since a long time. Again, I can't start reading any of these because this is the second and the third part. I still have to buy the first part. The second last purchase is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. This was a recommendation by Shruti Azad. She runs a channel called Fandom Newbie. And I again was dying to buy this since a long time. Actually, my mom has started reading this and she's actually loving it. Again, this is an extremely thick book, and this is a fantasy book wherein a species called wanderers come to the earth, they invade the earth, and they occupy your mind, body, heart, and soul. Mind, body, and heart, and your soul fades away. But the soul of our protagonist does not fade away, and the soul of the wanderer as well as the human being resides in the same body. And that is where the complications start. I think that is an extremely fascinating as well as a bit scary concept, and I'm sure I'm going to read this very soon. It is an international bestseller, very evidently, and let us see how this one goes. The last book in this box is Uglies by Scott Westerfield. Now, this was again a recommendation by Phantom Newbie. There is also a sequel to it called as The Pretties. Again, this is a fantasy book wherein in their world, all the people or all the women get a surgery done, something like the cosmetic surgery, that makes them extremely pretty. They are known uglies before the age of 16 and they're known as pretties after the change occurs. But one of them refuses to get that change done. And this book is about that. That is what I know about it. And I was actually wanting to buy this as well since a long time. I found some pretty good titles in the book fair, I must say. And the credit goes to Kitaab Lovers and also my student Swami who recommended the book fair to me. Actually, this has a bit of a story. I was standing near the billing counter to pay the bill, and I spotted this lying on the dais just besides the billing counter, and I made sure that that was not bought by anybody else. And I just took out one book from my box, I don't remember which one that was, and I put it in there. So I just got lucky over there, that's it. I really got lucky with all these purchases. And yeah, let us see how this one goes for me. So yeah, that's it. That's my video for today, and that's all the books that I bought. Thank you for watching the video till the end, and do let me know down in the comment section that have you read any of these books? Are there any of your favorite titles on this list? I would love to know. I would wait for your constructive criticism and positive feedback in the comment section. Always, constructive criticism is always welcome. Thank you for watching the video till the end, and you know the drill. Please leave a like, leave a comment, please follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel and help me spread a lot of bookish love.